Real estate. Is it time to ride the recovery in this sector? One of the most effective ways for an investor to beat benchmark returns and to generate alpha is to invest in the right sector at the right time. Taking the example of the recent up move in the stock markets from 7,500 odd Nifty levels, if an investor had invested in the Nifty index, he or she would have generated about a 50% plus return in only about 6 months from March 2020. That in itself is a fantastic rate of return. However, over the same period, if the investor had put his or her money in the pharma sector instead of the Nifty, he or she would have earned a return of about 100%, clearly outperforming the market index. If we are able to identify the outperforming sectors and time our investment in them to ride the big moves, our portfolio will earn very healthy returns. Just think what it would have done to your portfolio had you invested in the IT sector during the late 90s, or in infrastructure during 2004 to 2008, or in the financial sector during 2013 to 2018, or very recently, in the pharma sector from 2019 onwards. You might think, with the market already being up by about 50% from the March 2020 lows, and with sectors such as pharma and auto having participated in the up move, that you might be very late in joining the party if you were to invest at current levels. Obviously, it is not going to be as easy to earn returns like we have seen in the last few months if you are investing now. Having said that, there is always a silver lining. Remember, all stocks and sectors do not move synchronously with the Nifty. If you carry out your investment research diligently, you can still come up with sectors and stocks that have not participated substantially in the market's strong up move over the last few months, but could well be poised for a major turnaround going forward. Maybe the market participants have been overly pessimistic about the future prospects of such businesses, particularly due to the contraction in the Indian economy due to the COVID-19 pandemic. If we are able to identify such companies which have already seen the worst, both in terms of their fundamental business performance and also in terms of stock price performance, and where our research leads us to believe that these are on the cusp of long-term recovery, they might be good opportunities to earn that extra alpha return that we have been hunting for. Today, we are going to be focusing on one such sector, the real estate sector. The real estate industry's fortunes are cyclical in nature. The last decade has not been very good for this industry and has been marred by several structural changes such as demonetization, the introduction of RERA, which was critical in weeding out the weaker players, followed by the NPA-related NBFC crisis, and the revised GST structure which increased construction costs. Consequently, the sector has been in a down cycle. The COVID pandemic has further worsened the situation, leading to a build-up of inventory worth Rs 2 trillion. Although a return to normalcy could take some time, it is expected that the industry will consolidate, and ultimately the players having a strong balance sheet, access to capital, strong execution capabilities, and a strong brand name would benefit from the consolidation. Such adverse times are a blessing in disguise for astute and contrarian value investors, because they present us with an opportunity to invest in fundamentally sound stocks in the sectors which are trading at historically low valuations. We can further fine-tune our selection process by investing in companies wherein the concentration of sales is more towards cities that are less impacted in this downturn, and those companies which have a steady stream of commercial portfolio that are not much impacted by COVID-19. We have shortlisted 3 companies within this space which could be potential investment opportunities. These are DLF, Shobha Developers, and Prestige Estate. Let's take a brief look at each of these. DLF. DLF is one of the largest real estate companies in India, having a commercial portfolio of 30 million square feet, a development business with current unsold inventory valued at Rs 91 billion, and a large land bank of 223 million square feet, valued at Rs 225 billion. It has a steady stream of earnings from its commercial portfolio under DLF Cyber City Limited, which is likely to grow from 30 million square feet to 38 million square feet in financial year 2022. The new launches in this development business will provide further impetus to its growth. DLF is planning to develop 14 million square feet, expected to yield rupees 300 to 340 billion, by launching mid-income housing projects in Gurgaon, Chandigarh, and a joint venture project in central Delhi with GIC. The likely impact of the COVID-19 pandemic will be limited to its retail malls portfolio only. We believe that the sum of the parts valuation looks attractive at its current stock price of Rs 157.7 as on 28 September 2020. Sobha Developers. Sobha is a leading real estate developer with 75% of its sales coming from Bengaluru, which is amongst the least affected cities in terms of real estate sales during the pandemic. The company boasts of the lowest level of inventory and continues to generate steady cash from its ongoing projects. It has a resilient EPC business with an order book of Rs 23.7 billion that will likely continue to support revenues in the near term. The management expects to reduce its debt to Rs 26 billion in the coming quarters, which should improve its net debt to equity ratio to less than 1 over financial year 2022-23. We believe that the current market price factors in concerns on funding Dubai operations, but doesn't take into account the huge value of its land bank of Rs 26 billion. Prestige Estate. Prestige is a well-established real estate player across residential, offices, and hospitality segments. Prestige registered a strong growth in sales of 57% year-on-year in financial year 2020, which was supported by a 69% year-on-year growth in residential revenues and 20% year-on-year growth in rental earnings. It plans to add rental income portfolio of 9 million square feet and another 1,229 hotel rooms, both under construction. It is one of the leading residential developers in Bengaluru and expects sales of Rs 43 billion in financial year 2022 on the back of strong launches. Although the growth plans look impressive, the high debt to equity ratio of 1.6 makes it that much riskier as well. Let us now take a look at the price charts for a technical view of this sector and the aforementioned stocks. Here is the quarterly chart of the Nifty Realty Index, with the level being 215 as of 28 September 2020. The chart shows that price reversal has started with a bullish Harami candlestick pattern seen last quarter. Our technical view is that the index could move firstly to 372 levels and then further to 534 levels. Let us now look at the charts of the 3 real estate stocks that we had shortlisted earlier. Here is the quarterly chart of DLF, with the market price being around Rs 158 per share as of 28 September 2020. The stock shows a possible immediate upside to Rs 274. A breakout above this level could see the stock growing upwards towards 400 plus. Here is the Sobha Developers quarterly chart. The stock price is at Rs 237 as of 28 September 2020, and the possible upside levels are Rs 600 and Rs 900 in the next couple of years. The candlestick pattern confirmation mimics that of the sectorial chart and further increases our probability of hitting the given targets. The Prestige Estate stock also looks ripe for a strong up move to Rs 380 to Rs 430 levels in the short term, with no significant resistance level till then. Since the stock is comparatively new in the listed space, we have used the monthly chart for analysis rather than the quarterly chart. The market price being Rs 250 as of 28 September 2020. In this Moneyflix Bite, we have shared with you our broader outlook on the real estate sector, as well as on a few individual stocks from a medium to long-term perspective. This should not be regarded as a recommendation, and investors should consider investing in them only after conducting their own investment research or consulting their financial advisors. Hope you enjoyed this Moneyflix Bite. To gain full access to more such bites, subscribe to moneyflix.com today. Happy investing!